Yeah, I might need one of these guys. Oh my God. This team. They give me a headache. They make nothing easy. But they somehow, some way, hang on for as dear life as you can get. And beat the Kansas City Royals 5-4 at Rogers Center. And start the homestand on a winning note. I'm not going to say a good note because, yeah, it's a nail biter as it is every day of the week for this team. That makes me more sweaty. Good Lord, this is hot. I've been sweating the entire game because we know how big these games are for the Blue Jays moving forward. And it starts today. You know how big that Texas series is coming up. But you can't look past KC. You've got to keep them right in front of you and focus on beating the crap out of them. Now, you didn't beat the crap out of them today, but you won. Let's break this thing down. Yusei Kikuchi has to start for the Blue Jays in the top of the third inning. Dairon Blanco hits a solo shot. Not sure how he got it out of the ballpark, but it just barely got out. Hit like the chairs right over the wall. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Kansas City Royals. And to this point, the Jays' offense has been nowhere to be found. Absolutely nowhere to be found. And it took the 6th inning. And I'm going to go to the ERAs of the pitchers we did see. So, Colin Schneider, the guy who started 4.2 TRA, he only has 10 innings pitched. The Jays got nothing against him, over 2 innings of work. And then they bring in Alec Marsh, who has an ERA of, 6.5? 6.23 going into play today with 52 innings pitched. There's a book on this guy, and he was lighting them up through 3 innings, which we're thinking, is this team just going to lie down and die? Like, what is happening? And at one point, Buck Martinez on the broadcast, they're showing a shot of the dugout, and they're like, somebody's got to spark these guys because they look dead. And I'm like, wow, Buck, that's a gutsy thing to say. But I agree. And Kevin Kiermaier rips the ball to the gap along the ground so it goes slow enough that he can get to third base with a leadoff triple. And you're like, finally, some life. And he turns to the dugout and is like, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. And George Springer hits a chopper to short, no runs crossed, and we're like, oh, we can see how this one is going to go. But then we realize Bo Bichette is back in the lineup. And I can speak for every Jays fan when I can say seeing him come up to the plate, it was a breath of fresh air. It really, really was. Because he rips one down the first baseline. KK comes in to score, we're tied at 1. Bo gets to second and gives the bench a let's go, let's wake up now. And I'm like, this is the guy we need. And we're tied at 1. But then, in the top of the 7th inning, off of Trevor Richards, who lately has not been very good at all. I don't know if I spit on the camera or what's going on up there, but just got to clean that off for you guys. There you go. I think that's better. And I believe 2 of his last, 3 or 4 outings for Trevor Richards, he's gotten the first 2 guys out of the inning and then just couldn't finish it off. And the same thing happened today. It allows an RBI triple to Nick Lofton into the right field corner, just out of the reach of George Springer. And now you're down 2-1. That was right after you tied the ball game. Momentum, gone. Can you snap? I swear that's better. Whatever, who cares? And now everyone knows at this point your offense has been garbage. So now you're going to try and I was saying in the Blue Jays Center chat, I'm like, oh no, how unfortunate. We got to score more than 2 runs against the damn Royals. Figure it out and score some. And in the bottom half of the 7th inning, Austin Cox comes into the ball game for the Kansas City Royals and strikes out Espinal. Then Kirk hits a chopper to first, but it made Salvador Perez move enough into the hole that he won't be able to make the play. So he's got to try and soft touch to the pitcher. He does. Kirk's going to be safe, but then Cox goes down. And if you're if you're a sports fan and you see a guy go down that quick and writhe in pain that much, it's serious. And it looked like it was some sort of knee thing, so hopefully he's okay. As a pure sports fan, Siri, we're going to do this again? Like, she activated on the computer. I don't know what's going on with her, but either way, maybe she's jacked up for the Jays win. Who knows? But with him coming out of the ball game, that brings out Carlos Hernandez. And if you've been keeping an eye on the Kansas City Royals in the sense of, out-of-town scoreboards trying to help you out, he's blown quite a few. And Kevin Kiermaier flies out, now you get 2 out, and the guy at, first base, think nothing's going to happen out of it, right? Then Springer walks, and it was a check swing that could have gone the other way. Doesn't. It goes the Blue Jays' way, somehow. And now you have 2 on and 2 out for Bo Bichette. And he rips one into left field for a base hit. In comes Tyler Heineman because he came in to pinch run for Alejandro Kirk. And the Jays have tied it at 2. Holy crap.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Hold. No, thank you.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but she didn't get that. It was like a whole paragraph. It was literally everything I've been saying. But okay. Who cares? Then Vladdy comes up, and he gets behind 3-0. And you gotta look fastball in one spot. And he gets it, and he drills it to left center field, and it goes either one off the wall or went off the wall. In comes Springer, in comes Bo, and the Blue Jays are now in front. It's now 5-2. No, 4-2 at that point. Vladdy's jacked up at second base. The fans are hyped. We all are jacked up in Jays land because Vladdy came up the big hit, 2 out, 2-run double. Oh, it's a great sight. But they weren't done. David Schneider, another great at-bat. He walks. They bring in Tucker Davidson to face the lefty Biggio, but the Jays countered that with bringing in Ernie Clement. And he dumps the ball in the right field for a base hit. In comes Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and the Jays lead it now 5-2. This big 2-out rally after that kind of a gift from the umpires on that strike 3 call. But honestly, the way the Jays have been painful to watch, thank God. And then we go ahead to the top half of the 8th inning. They have the bases loaded, right? And we're all crapping ourselves at this point. Somehow gets out of, or it's 5, no, hold on a minute. They didn't miss the scoring play here on the score app. Yeah, they missed the 5-3 play in the 8th inning because Tim Mays hit the bloop single, and then the bases loaded. Romano comes in, 1 pitch, 1 out. Thank God. But then he goes on the 9th inning and throws like 27 more pitches. Ends up giving up an RBI single to Salvador Perez. They have the tying run in scoring position. Nothing is easy with this team. And Olivares flies out to center field to end the ball game. Jays win at 5-4. Oh, why'd I throw that towel? I'm leaking right now. But that's okay. Let's get to these player stats real quick, shall we? Offensively, what do we got? George Springer 0 for 3 with a walk. Put those in air quotes. Bo Bichette, back in the lineup. It goes 2 for 5 with a run scored, knocks in 2, and arguably the biggest one of the ball game to tie the game at 2. They're in the bottom 6? No, top 8? Hold on, bottom 8? Bottom 7? Hold on a minute here. Yeah, bottom 7. And then Vladdy goes 1 for 4, but I don't care. I hated his at bat earlier in the ball game, 95 right down the middle, and then chases 2 balls that were never strikes, breaking balls in the dirt. But for me, for Vladdy, look fastball. If they're going to paint breaking balls, let them paint breaking balls. Get a fastball, don't miss it. And he got one 3-0 and drilled it for a 2-run double. I don't care that he was only 1 for 4. Got the big hit in the big moment, scored the game-winning run. So who cares? David Schneider, I mean, what else can you say? 2 for 2, walked twice, didn't get out at all today. Not a big deal for Babe Schneider. Ernie Clement came in 1 for 1 with an RBI. The Buffalo Bison's getting it done, as always. And then the bottom of the lineup, Kirk goes 1 for 3. And Kevin Kiermaier, 2 for 4. The run scored continues to be the best number 9 hitter in all of baseball. And then we go to the pitching staff. Yusei Kikuchi, there is an argument to be made, maybe about leaving him out there for another inning. But there was I think it was the top of the lineup up again, so I get it. 5 innings, 3 hits allowed, 1 run, 8 Ks, walked 1. Only the solo shot and 2 other hits That was it. Kikuchi was dominant in this game. I would have liked to see him go out there for the 6th, but alas, they go Jordan Hicks in the 6th to face the top of the lineup, and he walks 1, but nothing more. Great job from him. Gets a strikeout as well. Trevor Richards struggled. 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, a strikeout, and a walk. Chad Green goes 2/3 of an inning, allows 2 hits, a run, strikes out 2. Was great to get out of that 1 inning that Richards left, but in the end, struggled there in the 8th inning, and Meza obviously allowed the 1 hit that drove in the run. Also walked 1 as well, so he wasn't great in his outing, but Romano, as much as he allowed the run in the 9th, went an inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 strikeout, walked 2, but got save number 33 on the year, and he continues to get it done in save situations. Now quickly, let's look to the out-of-town scoreboard, shall we? In the bottom of the 7th right now, the Oakland A's are beating the Texas Rangers 6-3. Now, I'm not getting my hopes up because I don't know how many times we've seen this before, that these garbage teams just find a way to give games back to these teams. So you're up 3, which is great in the 7th. You already got 1 out. You need 7 outs, and then the Jays go up a game and a half if they win. Also, Tampa beat the Seattle Mariners, so the Jays gain a game on Seattle. And hold on a minute here, it is 8-2 in the bottom of the at the end of the 7th, going top 8 between the Padres and the Astros. Astros down 8-2, so you could gain a game on them as well. Could be a really good night for Blue Jay fans if San Diego can hold on to the 8-2 lead, and if Oakland can somehow find a way to hang on and win that ball game against Texas. All right, so you know what, guys? Tomorrow's game, game 2 of the 3-game set against KC, Zach Greinke, Kevin Gausman. Do I need to say more? Do a job. Don't care how you do it. Do a job. 3:07 first pitcher, Rogers Center. All right, so and Zach Greinke's 1-14 on the damn season, guys. 1-14 with a 5.34 ERA, 80 strikeouts, and 123 innings. He's not very good. He'll throw strikes. He'll be a pain in the rear end. He'll mix it up, be that kind of guy. But for God's sakes, you better beat him. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the result and some of the moments in this game, like a Vladdy double, seeing Bo back, all that great stuff, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game of the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I'll talk to you, of course, tomorrow night. Or evening, I guess. Game 2 of the 3-game set against the Kansas City Royals at Rogers Center. Zach Greinke, Kevin Gausman is a pitching matchup there. 3:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Get a win. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the win today. We'll talk to you guys then.